This year, 2 shows, the National Outdoor Expo and the National Cycling Show here at the NEC. 2 shows to enjoy. It's going to be a fun weekend. Iona's just having a bit of chill time here at the show. Because what have you been up to, Iona?
Hanging on bars.
Hanging on bars? What's been the idea of that?
I just like it.
So what have you been enjoying most at the show?
That. And the cave experience. The cave experience is really fun.
The cave experience? I haven't really looked at that. Where's that?
It's so cool. So it's basically this giant plastic rock thing where you have to go through things, over things, little ball pit, step over.
Okay, so this gives you a bit of a caving experience, does it?
Yeah.
Do you fancy having a go at caving for real then?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
You don't know? So what's your plan for the rest of today then?
Right now, relax.
Having a bit of chill.
And then I'm going to go back to caving experience.
The show is also about some of the gear you need for outdoor adventures. I'm just checking out the Van Gogh tents. My little 2-man tent that I've been using for my cycle touring is getting a bit small when I've got the children with me as well. So I'm after something just a little bit bigger, give us a bit more space. It'd be nice if I could sit up in it properly as well. So there's a Nevis 300 and the Halvelin 300 here, both of which could give me that extra bit of space. Just trying out the Grand Trunk Mayfly seat, so that could give me a bit more comfort when I'm cycle touring, sit and make my meals in the evening and just to relax by the tent after a long day in the saddle or a long day hiking. Could this be a better solution than my current little stool? It's certainly a lot more comfortable, but you have got to pay the weight penalty when riding as well. But could be worth it. My reason for coming to the Outdoor Expo is the fact that it's all about family adventure and increasingly about sustainability as well, even down to the fact actually they don't have any carpets on all the main gangways and everything to try and reduce the amount of carpet waste, trying to encourage people to use less material and so on and just be more sustainable, because exhibitions are not the most sustainable of things. But also, great to chat to some of the stands here who are all about family adventure, encouraging people to just enjoy adventure, not necessarily need to be the best athletes, but just about enjoying adventure. And so I've been chatting to some of the guys here about adventure, about sustainability, and what they think about it. So enjoy these little chats. So I'm here with Hannah at the National Outdoor Expo, who is here with the Mountain Girl. So Hannah, why the Mountain Girl? What's it all about? And what are you trying to get people to do?
Yeah, so the Mountain Girl is a brand that I came up with in 2012. It's about myself getting outdoors, and I realised that there was a gap in the market with other women that are trying to reach the outdoor market, and I realised there's not much out there, so I decided to build my own brand, try and encourage more women into the face of like the outdoors and inspire other young girls in schools to try and get themselves outside, because I didn't have that like role model when I was little. So we set up the Mountain Girl. We've got a lot more women involved now, and for me, massively, I'm also an Ordnance Survey champion, so I'm big behind getting more and more people outside. I think physically, as well as mental health, is a massive deal, and there's that element of more girls getting outdoors.
That's brilliant for me to hear. So Iona, my daughter, is sort of one of the other key parts of my YouTube channel,
Awesome.
And we spend a lot of time doing adventure and so on. You know, what do you think it is that has been the barrier to that, and how do we get more young girls going out there and exploring the outdoors? outdoors.
I genuinely think if we get literally more people outside, more women outside, those girls are going to see that it's also for them. I think somewhere along the history, there's just been a natural kind of decline in women, or there's never been as much women, that a lot of men have just always been outdoors. Those men are never like off-putting to me, but some women find that there's men that are off-putting, and it's kind of just allowing them another avenue to say, hey look, we've also got women doing it if you'd rather be led by another woman. And then for girls, I think it's just nice for them to see that there's also women doing that sort of thing. I met a girl here yesterday and she was like, I didn't realise that women could like become mountaineers. And you're like, yeah, it's for anyone. So it's just showing them that if I can, so can you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think is the great, what's that special moment for you when you're outdoors? What makes it so magic for you?
Personally, I think it's the space. It's just getting away from the mayhem of life that we all deal with. I know there's a lot of, especially with women, there's a lot of parents who are like, tied in with their kids and stuff. And I think for them, if they can just find 10, 15 minutes to just spend for them outside, sitting on a hill, all your problems are like straight below you because you're at a high point and you can just absorb like nature. And I think it's a reset for myself.
Brilliant. So if people want to find a bit about the Mountain Girl, where do they find out about it?
So just go to themountaingirl.co.uk and then everything's on there. And we've also got the Mountain Girl UK on socials. We've got Instagram, Facebook and Twitter.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Check it out.
Thank you very much.
So I'm here with Jamie at the show and been enjoying some of his talks as well here at the show. Now Jamie, first of all, I have to say, as somebody who's passionate about taking young people and my children out adventuring, you've got a whole lot of new adventures coming that way, haven't you, for you?
What, with having a child?
With
yes,
having a child.
Going from solo adventurer to adventure dad. I've got a 17-month-old, but so I'm very optimistic because he cries when he goes inside and stands at the door banging, going outside, outside.
That's the attitude. He's got the right attitude from day one.
Yes. The only problem is that he's now going to want to come on everything when we get older. So as you were saying, I'm going to have to do stealth trips. But when he goes to bed, I sneak out on my bike and go camping.
And stock up on Haribo.
Oh, don't worry, I have lots of Haribo anyway.
Yes, that's
Haribo.
it. So you won't get a look in anymore.
I think this is actually my Haribo pocket on my bike. So
that is essential equipment when cycling with children. Yeah. Haribo.
Okay, chuck it back to them.
But I mean, adventures recently. Last year was
Alice Mountain Race.
Yeah.
The year before was fast packing the length of the Pyrenees.
Yeah.
Which was that one was really epic. I really enjoyed that one.
And some of the photos and videos from yours are amazing. Yeah. I'm just looking for next year though. I'm looking forward to the first bike packing tour with my kids.
Yeah.
I reckon that'd be the most scary adventure you've been on so far.
It'll probably be the shortest one as well.
That as well, yeah.
But very lucky I've moved to Devon. So we've got the whole of Dartmoor to go camping on and all that kind of stuff. So
get out there, start.
But I watch a lot of people like influencers doing these like, we go camping with our young child. I think I'm gonna wait until it's gonna be fun for him and fun for us. I don't think there's any point in forcing the camping until the right age.
No, to me that's really important when going with children it's got to be fun for them.
Yeah, you've got to encourage the passion, not force it on them.
Exactly, because otherwise they're just going to hate us and they're going to hate that as well.
Yeah.
What's the big news though for next week for you?
Next week? Oh, what's happening?
I think there's something happening.
Publishing a book? Publishing a book. My book comes out on Tuesday. It's called Running the Americas. I'm probably going to annoy Donald Trump. But so I ran from Canada to Argentina pushing a baby stroller solo and unsupported. Very key, the solo and unsupported, because I think that adds a lot to an adventure. I think a lot of people think that when you're doing these massive adventures, they focus on the distance, the speed, the time, when actually that like running is the easy part. It's the bits after, it's running and trying to find clean water, trying to find food, trying to find places to sleep, overcoming problems alone, I think is what adventure is. So I would say I'm an adventurer, and I'd say some of the other people are athletes. But,
that's really. I've tended to make that distinction. I'm an adventure runner. I'm an adventure cyclist.
Yeah.
I'm not an athlete runner, athlete cyclist, because I'm never going to be front of the pack.
Yeah.
But I'm going to enjoy the journey all the way.
But hopefully, what the idea behind the book is, it's an honest account of what it takes to do these big adventures, the highs, the lows, the self-doubt, the injuries, So hopefully someone who's thinking, I'd love to do like a year-long adventure, they can read this and see what that entails and how you get addicted to it.
So available in all good bookstores and online.
It's available on one bookstore, which is amazon.co.uk, actually across all countries.
I'll make sure
Kindle and paperback.
I'll make sure I drop a link in the description the minute it comes out, so you can get a buy a copy.
I think I'm going to do a signed copy alternative where you can buy direct from me. I just need to set it up.
Let me know.
So I'll make more money that way.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, are you about to start the journey home?
I wish. I packed this bike for this tour, for this show, and now I have to unpack it and put it back in the car, which is very depressing.
Downer. You shouldn't just cycled here from Devon.
If I could have got permission to a week-long trip, I would be doing it. But no, it's back home cooking dinner tonight, hopefully. So,
well, great to have met you.
Nice to see you again.
And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Just come across Connor at the show, who I recognise the view on his banner instantly. It's the area we go to Scotland every year. That is Loch Marie, my favourite view. But tell us a bit about your story, because you're doing something which is very close to my heart. It's about holidays here in the UK, low carbon footprint. Why is that? Why that?
So for me, it was super important to still have adventures. You know, like we can't live life without having an adventure.
Absolutely.
But also we want to try and do it at as little cost to the environment as we possibly can. So what we're all about really is trying to create those fun holidays, but do it so that we're not at the expense of the places we're exploring. So we're going to go to Dartmoor, we're going to go to places in Scotland. If we go to Spain, then we'll take a ferry there. So we're still getting to enjoy those places, but we're just being a bit more conscious about how we get there and what we do when we get there, because we're going to be cycling as opposed to doing anything else.
And you've got those places you're going from a train accessible, is that the idea, and things like that?
Exactly.
So the route in Scotland as a place that I love, tell me a bit about that route.
The route in Scotland is a brand new route that we've just launched this year, so it's super exciting. It's going to be starting on the west coast, so in a place called Ayr, just so you can get the train down from Glasgow nice and easy to Ayr, and then
just to note on that, those have got the carriages on with extra bike space, haven't they?
Exactly.
So dead easy to travel on the train there. Don't worry if you're used to English trains, much better up there.
They do it so much better up there, they really do.
They really do.
So you get down to Ayr, and then we start off with a bang going straight into the Galloway Forest Park, which is the biggest forest park in the UK. From there, we'll stay one night in Glentrool, where, fingers crossed, if the sky is clear, we'll do some dark sky gazing. One of the best places in the world to stargaze. Then from there, we start to just hop across the southern uplands, just slowly but surely, stopping in places like Monive, Moffat, Innerleithen. We'll do some whiskey tasting one of the nights.
Sounds good.
It's going to be some live folk music in Monive. We're trying to combine all of those lovely Scottish traditions that we know and love, and just put them all into one big holiday. So and then we'll finish in Dunbar, home of John Muir.
Absolutely.
Just keeping it all very conscious about the environment, and that's us, coast to coast in Scotland.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, I've done Inverkip to Dunbar, which is going to be similar line, but you're going a bit that further south, getting some of those hills in as well. So that's going to be a fabulous route.
I can't wait.
When's it going to be kicking off then?
The launch ride is on the 30th of April.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go.
Not far off.
Not far off. So get yourself ready if you want to come join. If not, then we're going to go again on the 26th of May, and then also on the 27th of August.
Brilliant. Well, good luck, and I love the ethos of it all. Fabulous.
Thanks very much.
So you and I have come back to the Foul Foodie kitchen to try some cooking today, haven't we? Now, I think the main reason for this is Ewan wants to make sure that I can cook food on our camping trip. Isn't Aldi pasta. Am I not allowed to feed you Aldi pasta on our next cycle tour?
No.
I've got to feed you proper food, have I?
Yes.
But I could say you're doing this as well. Does that mean you can cook the food on our next cycle tour? I mean, you're doing cooking at school. You've been doing cooking on D&V. You're doing some cooking now. I reckon you're the person with the skills.
This one.
Next cycle tour, you're the evening meal chef. What do you reckon?
Get me one of the things that the school have. I want the newer transit, the one it's got loads more pots in it. It's way better.
Right. So do you know what we're cooking? We'll find out soon.
No idea.
We'll find out soon. cooking up to scratch? Reckon you can cook this for me on our next camping trip?
Don't know. We didn't have to cook the rice, so it wasn't that bad.
Well, that's a wrap. Show is almost over. People are starting to pack up their stands, make some great conversations, including catching up with Mark Beaumont on Marcus Stitz, as well as Jamie and other friends that I've made over the years on my adventures, meeting up at places like this as well. So it's been great to have some of those conversations. Get inspired, go on some more adventures yourself, check out new gear, and yeah, see you on the little adventure soon. Bye.